Infant Car Seat Safety by Dana Jones, Vanessa Ferguson, and Christy Robertson for Professional Nursing Role. Okay, first, let's go over the facts regarding some infant car seat safety. So, road injuries are the leading cause of preventable deaths and injuries to children in the United States. Correctly used child safety seats can reduce the risk of death by as much as 71%. This is according to safekids.org. So 73% of car seats that are used are not installed correctly. They're also not being used correctly. The CDC reported that one study found that in 1 year, more than 618,000 children from the ages of 0 to 12 rode in vehicles without the use of a child safety seat or even a seatbelt, at least most of the time. Most kids die in a car crashes than any other unintentional injury. Okay, so the importance of infant car seats. The biggest deal is a car seat is the best protection you can give your child while traveling. Correctly used child safety seats can reduce the risk of death by as much as 71%. So here are a few tips on choosing a car seat. Just because it's the most expensive car seat does not always mean that it is the best. You need to know your child's age. Car seats on the box, when you're going to buy a car seat, as well as the owner's manual, will tell you the specific age you're supposed to use for that car seat. Know your child's weight. Again, the outside of the box and the owner's manual is going to tell you what weight that car seat is for. You should know your child's height. When you go to purchase the box, the outside of the box for the car seat is going to have all of this regarding, because not all car seats go for all height. You should also know the kind of vehicle that you drive. You should choose the right direction, rear or forward facing. Not all car seats are made to go from rear facing to forward facing, so make sure that you read the box when you're choosing a car seat for that as well. Some you can buy, you can use rear facing, and then you can change them around to forward facing. So you should check the car seat label for approval and expiration. You should also want to choose a seat with the label that states that it meets or it exceeds the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard 213. So let's talk a minute about used car seats. A lot of people find car seats that are for sale for a decent price. So let's just go over a few things that you need to be aware of whenever you, if you're going to consider using a used car seat. So used car seats should be used with caution. Never use a car seat that is more than 6 years old. Car seats expire after 6 years. Just remember that. Never use a car seat that's been in a crash. If it's been in a crash, things in it can be loose. The whole body of the car seat is really the car seat should not be used anymore. You should avoid seats that are missing parts or do not have the manufacture date or model number. You want that manufacture date because it's going to tell you that, when it was made and the expiration date as well on the car seat. And the model number will give you a way to kind of search to see if it's been recalled and things about that car seat. If you ever have questions regarding a car seat, call the manufacturer of that seat. They should be able to help you out to tell you if the car seat is recalled, anything that you need to know about the car seat. So now we're going to go into the stages of the car seats. So know the stages, okay? Birth up to age 2, you must use a rear-facing car seat. For the best possible protection, infants and children should be buckled in a rear-facing car seat in the back seat until age 2 or when they reach the upper weight or height limits of their particular seat. So check the seat's owner manual and or labels on the seat for weight and height limits. So from birth up until the age of 2, your child should be in a rear-facing car seat in the back seat. You want them in the back seat. You do not want them near deployable airbags. This can be detrimental to an infant from this age range. So you want them in the back seat, rear-facing car seat until age 2. So here is an example of a rear-facing car seat. The baby's in there. It is strapped down at the bottom. You can see the carrier handle is slid down behind the seat. And you can see that it's kind of tilted at an angle where the baby is also laying back and his neck is not obstructed in any way. Okay, so the next stage is age 2 up to at least age 5. You can use a forward-facing car seat. When children outgrow their rear-facing seats, they should be buckled in a forward-facing car seat, once again, here we go in red, in the back seat, until at least age 5, or when they reach the upper weight or height limit of their particular car seat. If you ever have questions regarding any of this, you can check the seat's owner's manual and or labels on the seat for weight and height limits. So, age 2 up until at least age 5, we want those babies in the back seat, and they can actually be in a forward-facing car seat at this point. Still again in the back seat to be away from any possible deployable airbags. So here's a forward-facing car seat in the back seat. You can see that he is sitting in it properly. Alright, so our next stage. Age 5 until seat belts fit properly. You can use a booster seat. So once children outgrow their forward-facing seat, which would be by reaching the upper height or weight limit of their seat, they should be buckled in a belt positioning booster seat until seat belts fit properly. So how do you know when the seat belt fits properly? Okay, so seat belts fit properly when the lap belt lays across the upper thighs, not the stomach, and the shoulder belt lays across the chest, not the neck. Remember to keep children properly buckled in the back seat for the best possible protection. So you should use a booster seat from age 5 until the seatbelt fits properly. And you will know when the seatbelt fits properly when the lap belt lays across the upper thighs, not the stomach, and the shoulder belt lays across the chest, not the neck. So this next slide is a booster seat in the back seat. You can see how the seatbelt is laying across her. So the next stage is seatbelt. Okay, so once seatbelts fit properly without a booster seat, you can use just the seatbelt alone. So children no longer need to use a booster seat once seatbelts fit them properly. Seatbelts fit properly when the lap belt lays across the upper thighs, not the stomach, and the shoulder belt lays across the chest, not the neck. The recommended height for proper seatbelt fit is 57 inches tall. For the best possible protection, keep children properly buckled in the back seat. So even at this point, whenever you're using a seatbelt, you know it's best to have your child buckled in the back seat for the best possible safety. So here is a little module from the CDC. Using the correct car seat or booster seat can be a lifesaver. Make sure your child is always buckled in an age and size appropriate car seat or booster seat. So we're going to go from the left here. You can see across the top it has birth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's age by years. Okay, so we're going to start at the left, and that is the rear-facing car seat, birth up to age 2. Once again, we're going to buckle the children in a rear-facing car seat until age 2, or when they reach the upper weight or height limit of that seat. Okay? So next here, we're going to go to the forward-facing car seat. So this is age 2 up to at least age 5. So when children outgrow their rear-facing seat, they should be buckled in a forward-facing car seat until at least age 5 or when they reach the upper weight or height limit of that seat. So we're going to go on down to the booster seat. So age 5 up until seat belts fit properly. Once children outgrow their forward-facing seat, they should be buckled in a booster seat until seat belts fit properly. The recommended height for proper seatbelt fit is 57 inches tall. Okay? So next we're going to go to seatbelt. Once seatbelts fit properly without a booster seat, children no longer need to use a booster seat. Seatbelts fit properly when the lap belt lays across the upper thigh, not the stomach, and the shoulder belt lays across the chest, not the neck. So the CDC recommends that we keep children ages 12 and under in the back seat. Never, never, never place a rear-facing car seat in front of an active airbag. Okay. So now we know our stages, so now we're going to go on to how to install the car seat. A rear-facing car seat needs to be semi-reclined